Welcome to Falowen Radio. I am Paul, broadcasting from our London studio. Tonight, we are decoding the syntax of German A1 grammar. We are exploring the core mechanics of personal pronomen and verb conjugation. Joining our late-night panel, we have Fiona, calling from Dublin, Leo from Toronto, and Hans in Berlin. Let us start with Fiona. Fiona, welcome.
Oh, hello, Paul. Thanks for having me. Yes, so I have been using www.falowen.app, which is like built by the Learn Language Education Academy, to get my head around personal pronoun. These are the nominative case, like the subject of the sentence. We have ich for I and du for the informal singular you.
Ja, genau. Hey, guys. And then you have the third person singular, right? Er, sie, es, meaning he, she, and it. It is actually super clean. But the plural is where my brain, sometimes does a little syntax error.
Hans, as our resident native speaker in Berlin, could you clarify the plural pronouns for Leo?
Na klar, Paul. Hello, everyone. So, for the plural, we have wir for we, ihr for you all, like you guys, and sie for they. And we have sie with a capital S, which is the polite form for you, singular or plural. Very important for Höflichkeit, politeness,
Yes, the capital Z is so fancy. But once you have the pronouns down, you have to attach them to the verbs. The conjugation, die Konjugation, is like a little algorithm, isn't it?
Oh, totally, Fiona. It is a total pattern. You take a regular verb like lernen, to learn, or spielen, to play. You just drop the en to find the stem. So lern or spiel. Then you just append the endings, like ich lerne. You add an e.
Right. And for du, you add st. So du lernst or du spielst. For the third person, er, sie, es, the ending is just a t. Er lernt, sie spielt. It is very predictable.
And the plural conjugations are even easier. Wir and sie, the they one, they just keep the infinitive ending, en. So wir lernen, sie spielen, and ihr, you guys, takes a t, like ihr lernt. It is so satisfying when you get the rhythm.
It sounds beautifully logical, but what happens when we encounter irregular verbs, the famous haben and sein? Leo, how do you handle these exceptions?
Ah, man. Haben and sein are like legacy code. You just have to memorize them. Sein is to be. It goes ich bin, du bist, sie, es ist, and the plural is wir sind, ihr seid, sie sind. No real pattern there, you just have to hard code it.
Yeah, das stimmt. But haben, to have, is slightly friendlier. It is almost regular, but du hast and sie, es hat drop the b. The rest, like ich habe, wir haben, ihr habt, and sie haben, they follow the normal rules.
Oh, we also practice sprechen, to speak, and heißen, to be called. Like, ich spreche, du sprichst. Wait, sprechen has a little vowel change in the du and sie, s forms. Spricht. That caught me out on the Falowen app.
Yeah, and heißen is cool because the stem ends in an S set, that double S character. So ich heiße, but for du, you don't add another S, you just add a T. So it is du heißt, exactly like heist. It is elegant.
A masterclass in linguistic compilation. Thank you to Fiona in Dublin, Leo in Toronto, and Hans in Berlin for sharing your German A1 insights. If you want to run these conjugation loops yourself, visit www.fallen.app, brought to you by the Learn Language Education Academy. This is Falowen Radio. Tschüss and goodbye.